dark. Halloween. It's Halloween. Into the unknown. Here we go. Well, it's kind of known. A lot of it's known. Most of it's known. Just some variables change. Cowabunga. Yeah, so I want to talk about SpacePlanes, kind of. Well, okay. So, a lot of people criticize SpacePlanes, and rightly so, because they just seem like a dumb concept. I'm kind of here in defense of SpacePlanes, sort of, but I'm not like, okay, so something like the Skylon, I don't think the Skylon has a good chance of succeeding. I think the engine is a good, proof of concept, but, I don't think the Skylon realistically will be able to deliver any significant payload to orbit, if it can even get to orbit, which I don't think it can. I don't think the technology will be able to progress in that way enough. It's like, imagine you're trying to make a fast vehicle, and so you make a faster and faster car when you should have just been making a faster and faster plane. That's kind of the way I see the word Skylon going. So those are my thoughts on that. And then there's other space planes, like the Virgin Galactic one. I think it's called Spaceship One. Yeah, that's just, I don't realistically see that as ever being like a good space plane. What I want out of a space plane is I want a single stage to orbit. Yeah, single stage to low Earth orbit. That's what I'm asking for. God, this guy's like right behind me. Yeah, super aggressively. Yeah. So, well, how do you get there? Like, what's an example of realized STO right now? The closest you get is like the booster of a Falcon 9. I think the Falcon 9 booster is actually single stage to orbit. Now, that's with like basically no payload now. So it's just a fuel tank to get up there and stay up there. That's it. And probably not stay up there for very long because there'll be a very low orbit. But still, concept's there, right? So, what do we need to have to get to single stage to orbit technology? I think the way is going to be fusion of metallic hydrogen. I think that would give us about 300% efficiency increase in rocket engines, and then we'll be able to build a single stage to orbit vehicle that will have a significant smaller percentage of its mass be devoted towards fuel. And out of that, you could develop the technology for a good spaceplane. Now, what's a good spaceplane? Interstellar, they had that vehicle, I forgot what they called it, that could get to orbit off of like 1.2G planet, something ridiculous. That would be an example of a good spaceplane. The technology is different, but that's the capabilities. Another vehicle, probably the one I think that will end up developing spaceplanes more towards, is the Valkyrie shuttle in Avatar. Now the Valkyrie shuttle offers a lot of advantages compared to like a traditional rocket ship that would go up and come down and land vertically. That is that you can use it in atmosphere very efficiently, so you can move cargo around the planet basically no problem. And you might say, well, just build an airplane for that, but like, what if you don't have an airplane? You got to move between like 10 different sites, so you got to move cargo very efficiently. And this is where the Valkyrie shuttle will be useful. And furthermore, the Valkyrie shuttle can glide easily. Well, I don't know how easily, but way better than a rocket could glide. If there's a problem with a rocket, it probably won't be able to glide very well. I mean, it'll be able to slow its terminal velocity to 60 meters per second. I think that's probably the best you could get out of like a rocket system, without actually adding wings, just making it a plane. But Valkyrie, you could realistically glide that down and just have, a tough landing, assuming there's no landing pad, or maybe even land in the ocean. You might actually be able to land in the ocean and like have it be okay if you design the vehicle right. I think that's what we should shoot for. Shoot for And this will be like, I think we'll start to work on this in like the 2050s maybe, if we're lucky. Maybe 2040s. It depends on what, good fusion technology comes around and how much money we got, what we're devoting it to. And so, I think, the first use will be as a passenger shuttle. It might even actually just be a supersonic airliner at first that we convert to an orbital capable vehicle, like supersonic. So we're talking faster than SR-71 by leaps and bounds. I'm pretty sure the technology exists there. I think we can get energy density. Well, it doesn't exist right now, obviously, but I think success is a possible outcome because I'm pretty sure we could store energy that efficiently, and I feel relatively confident saying we'll be able to build a fusion reactor that can convert energy into like exhaust and fit inside of at least a large cargo plane. Might require a lot of special technology and materials, but I'm pretty sure it could be done. Just need to get really efficient with magnetic confinement and stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I think like the fusion reactor we should build will have to use gravity as part of its component. There's not kind of like it sounds kind of stupid when you think about it, because like how much gravity could you possibly get, especially on a planet like Earth. But the reason that the sun is a fusion reactor is because of its gravity, and it may just end up being that it's just too hard to get enough, energy out, to power a magnetic confinement device. It's kind of like, I don't like this may be like if the fusion's taken a while, this is my thought process on it, but I'm pretty sure we could get the fusion with some sort of magnetic confinement. I'm reasonably certain we could get like sustaining fusion, that's actually good for power. And so the reason the Valkyrie is awesome because it can glide, so it'll be a lot more comfortable of a ride for passengers. Even though it will be a less efficient system. Whoa! Oh, that was a hawk. A hawk just hit us. Oh my god. Darn, should I stop and pull over? I don't think that got on the camera, but a hawk just flew into my windshield. You heard the slap, like. God, that sucks. That was a big bird. I don't think it got the little corner that the screen captures, but they collided, wings covering the entire wingspan. I was worried it was going to go through the windshield, but bounced off. Hopefully it's okay. I doubt it though. I'm going like 65 miles per hour, and that thing just collided into my windshield. So, my windshield's not very, it's a shallow windshield, so it hit it pretty hard. Bouncing off. Yeah. Anyways, that was crazy. That's how accidents happen in Iowa. I guess sometimes not good at driving. They're like, oh my god, a hawk, and I freak out. I think most accidents happen because people just are stupid. They follow way too close. Especially in highways, you see that. Good place for driving. Anyways, yeah, so since you can fly like an airliner, it's gonna be a lot more comfortable than riding in a rocket, I presume. And also you can spread out the acceleration over a longer period of time, assuming you can kind of have an electrical engine for subsonic flight, and then once you start wanting to go supersonic, the fusion reactor starts putting exhaust into nozzles and shooting you out the back, and you close off the electrical inlets. And, you could use the atmosphere a little bit if you wanted to, like ionize the atmosphere or something, or you could just throw the exhaust straight out. I'm not sure what's better. probably exhaust straight out, you know, but you might want to go supersonic with atmospheric flight a little bit. It's kind of the way I envision this being made is it starts off as like a really good supersonic aircraft that will later, like it's designed to later become an orbital craft. But it's like, you know, a supersonic passenger jet or a cargo jet. That turns into a single-seat orbit. And then eventually, you know, we'll start bringing them along with us as we go to, you know, other planets that have big atmospheres, preferably with oxygen. Although it should be able to operate without oxygen by design, because it has an electrical engine and it has it's got like a fusion reactor that can power an electric motor for subsonic flights. It's just propellers on the inside. And then it's got a, you know, shoots fuel. I feel like I'm repeating myself while the car talks. But it shoots out matter that fuse together really fast, so it has a ton of energy. Out of like rocket nozzles. I would want it to be VTOL too, so it can land on like designated like a landing spot, so that way you don't have to go like land in a vehicle that can construct a landing pad. The idea is that it will take a bunch of cargo down to the surface, unload it really easily, and it would work for, you know, most atmospheric planets. Obviously not something like Mars because the atmosphere's too thin, but once you get like above like 0.6 ATM, we go start proving its worth. And you can like hover with it too. It's got like, you know, it's a much safer way to come in, and you're going so fast. You see that? Look how fast the guy's going. I mean, why? You know, like I'm going 75 and a 65. So, you know, that guy's going at least 85, 20 over. And I say at least 85. No, but I think, okay, so I think there's going to be like the period of rockets, you know, and I think they'll actually still use rockets for cargo missions, but for people, they'll use the SpacePlane, just because it's more safer, more comfortable. I mean, I think we're colonizing like, you know, other solar systems. We'll probably be living with so much luxury over things, you know, I mean, we'll just be able to go places and everything. Some things will be hard to get, you know, like lands that you want, you know, they'll be like, I'm not sure how it will be appropriated. I think ideally it'd be like a lottery, or not, well, kind of like a lottery type system, but the lottery, you're more likely to get it each time you bid for it, basically, enter a ticket. So yeah. Yep. And, yeah, SpacePlane would be awesome. But, yeah, the era of, like, rocket-based propulsion, or rocket-based vehicles, I think it's going to last for a while. I mean, I think, like, we'll enter, like, the Starship era shortly. We may already be in it. And you're, like, in, like, the 2070s, you'll see, like, retired starships everywhere on Mars and stuff. But they'll become more like sailboats in view. And then you'll start to see, like, you know, like a dedicated vehicle for, like a dedicated shuttle for each planet, I think. So you have like a dedicated Mars shuttle, which will look pretty similar to a Starship, I think. And like a dedicated air shuttle. And they'll look pretty similar to a Starship. And then there'll also be the people version, which will look like a SpacePlane. And then you have like specialized transfer vehicles, which will be more like cruise ships. You might be able to sleep in the windows, like, do the entire thing. And it'll be like large ships that, you know, transfer between planets, and they'll have a ton of fuel. Like you know, you'll be able to do like a Mars mission twice with one of them on like one tank of fuel, I think. And I think, you know, you'll start to see those vehicles in like 2035. So it's gonna be pretty cool.